On the day I launched the coin, it reached a market cap of 3 million at its peak. Now the market cap is at 1.9 million. Today I'm going to show you how these people make millions of dollars in a day. This here is the famous Milei coin. It skyrocketed on the first day, then it was over, leaving everyone sad with only a few people becoming millionaires in a matter of minutes. I'm going to explain to you what happened here. I'm very disappointed. I think Milei is the best president in the world, but he really messed up on this one. As you know, I am from the extremely oppressive right, so I'm going to apologize to you, leftists watching this video. I know you're going to give a dislike. I try not to talk about politics, but this topic involves politics, so I will have to talk about it. As you can see, everyone, right? The media, right? Al Jazeera, BBC, anyway, everyone is already on top of it. No, because Milei did this, because Milei did that, there has to be impeachment, there has to be... This same media that says nothing about the USH scandal says nothing. You won't see even a note about USH, but everyone is talking about Milei, right? And poor guy, he deserves it, right? He made a mistake. He messed up. What did he do? He promoted a meme coin, a shit coin, which is exactly the opposite of what should be done. This one, for example, here on the screen is my coin. Look, someone just bought $83 worth 4 hours ago. But when I launched it, I said, don't buy. I keep saying, don't buy. This is garbage. This will go to zero. It's not for you to buy, okay? I actually think this is the strategy that should be used when you're creating a meme coin, because what happens is the opposite. What happens is that Trump, Milei, a famous person, right, says something like, I'm going to launch a cryptocurrency. I'm going to buy, and everyone goes and buys. It does exactly that. It goes up to the peak, right? A lot of people make money there quickly, very quickly, and most get screwed. Most lose money because they get caught up in that hunger, right? Oh my God, Trump launched the coin. Milei launched the coin. I myself, when Trump launched, I bought about 3 coins. But I knew, I said, just to give some support to Trump, that I knew it was money thrown away. Check it out here on Deck Screener. There are the tabs. See, there's one called Snipers. Snipers are the guys who make money very quickly. You can see here. P&L is the profit. It's how much profit they made. Let's sort by profit here. There was a guy who made $212 in 4 hours. There was a guy who made $156 in 4 minutes. Probably a bot, right? As soon as I launched the coin, a bunch of bots already bought it. We can see here on the chart, right? It went up and suddenly they sold here. Look, all these red candles here are the bots selling and realizing this profit here. See, it's small because I'm not Milei, I'm not Trump, right? Who am I, Master Casato, compared to these guys? So, and also because I said not to buy, I said don't buy, people, don't buy. I didn't do a big launch. And yet you see that there were bots making money there in a matter of minutes or a few hours. This one in 14 seconds, right? Made $32 for you to see without any promotion and telling people not to buy. Imagine when Trump or when Milei or when a famous person launches a coin. What do you think is going to happen? On the day I launched the coin, it reached a market cap of 3 million at its peak. Now the market cap is at 1.9 million. So a lot of people ask like this, man, I didn't understand. You made the coin out of nowhere, and in one day you earned, I don't know, $2 million? If you want to sell, can you? So folks, it's not quite like that. Let's explain this here because it's very important. First, I'm not going to sell, okay? Because why would I do that? To tarnish my name? I don't need that money. Second, the money isn't $2 million. That's the market cap. The market cap is just a calculation of the price you're seeing here. Look, each Brazilian cacetal costs $0.01 multiplied by the number of coins in circulation, which I don't know if it's here somewhere, but it's 10 billion. So you multiply 10 billion by this number here, which is the price of each coin, and you'll reach a market cap of 1.9 million. It doesn't mean that if I sell all my coins, I'll get that money, because from the moment I start selling, the price will drop, and the liquidity is very low. The liquidity is $926. What does this mean? This means the following. If you look here in the liquidity pool, we have 2.5 million CBR, Brazilian cacetal, which is equivalent to $463, and 2.74 Solanas, which is equivalent to $462. This balance here always exists in the liquidity pool, always the same value. If the balance of Solana drops, this value will drop, this value here will drop. So this will always be in balance. This means that if someone wants to sell now, there will always be a buyer to close the other side of the transaction. That's why everyone does the opposite, right? People promote, invest, tweet, buy, go there. It's Milei, it's a party, it's a party. And then this happens. What happens is that people start buying. This adds liquidity. And then you can sell large quantities and make millions. Without doing this, you can't make millions. If I were to sell, I would earn at most a few $1,000s, right? If I were to sell slowly, a little bit anyway. I would never be able to do more than that with the current volume and liquidity I have in my currency. And this is intentional. The purpose of our currency is to serve the challenges we do here on the channel. They are treasure hunt challenges with hidden Bitcoin. And then the person who wants to participate in the challenge can, for example, buy hints about the challenge. This here is the challenge. 2 challenges that were recently solved. And they have hints for sale here, see? That the person can buy or to gain an advantage in the challenge. To buy these hints, they use our currency. This is how we generate organic demand for the currency. And not that craziness of, let's make quick money. No, that's not here. It's a very peculiar strategy, all right? Most meme coins go the opposite way, like I showed you with Milei and Trump. Mine here is different. I don't know if it will work. The highest probability is that it will go wrong. Although I was watching an old Solana video where I said the same thing. Man, I'm going to buy Solana. It was $20. It would likely go wrong, but it worked out. In the end, Solana worked out. It doesn't mean this here will go wrong. This here, unless it might be that this will work out. The highest probability is that it won't. So again, don't invest, stay away. If you want to buy this coin, only do so if you are participating in the challenges and you want to acquire tips. If not, don't invest because it's a trap.